him. It's Tupac.
So what happens if
they have to put him in Tupac's body?
The time I seen him was at his home in Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody thinks he faked his death. He's not dead. There was many things that happened and he got set up for a little bit.
He's ride or die with us, no question. Picture this. If that's my guy, my brother in arms, and he chooses to let the world believe he's still out here breathing, then count me in to back that play. I've never laid eyes on him gone for good. Skipped any funeral.
Alive.
He's alive on my playlist.
All right, we'll leave it there.
No public spectacle parading his remains like the others get. Truth is, I'm clueless about the chaos swirling around it all. I tune out that nonsense completely. Those fleeting glimpses you catch from time to time, they're no accidents.
That people take pride in sticking bars of children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old to horse stables and have horses and dogs with them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang upside down in satanic ritual meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their...
They're the work of a master illusionist at the peak of his craft, executing a disappearance so seamless it defies belief. Think about it. His grand strategy has unfolded with the precision of a Swiss timepiece, ticking away flawlessly across decades, to the point where even the most eagle-eyed fans now dismiss any sighting as a clever doppelganger or wishful trick of the light. Society's attention spans have shrunk to mere seconds, ensnared by endless social media scrolls, viral challenges, and the relentless churn of daily drama, leaving little room to question the official story that's been etched into cultural stone since 1996. Pause here. Let that sink in for a beat. Doesn't the logic start to crystallize when you peel back the layers of skepticism? It's like watching a magician's cloth pulled away to reveal the real mechanics of the trick, one that Hollywood and the music industry have collectively upheld to protect their narratives and bottom lines. Delve deeper into the rabbit hole, and the absence of handcuffs becomes glaringly obvious amid the parade of self-proclaimed killers stepping forward with their tall tales. Picture this. Every would-be confessor who struts onto podcasts or court stands, breathlessly claiming, "Yeah, I pulled the trigger on Tupac," ends up folding like a cheap suit, racing to the nearest precinct to barter their story for immunity or a lighter sentence. It's the ultimate betrayal in street code. Snitching doesn't just mark you as weak. It paints a target on your back that even the cleverest can outrun, turning potential legends into footnotes in police files. Why no real arrests? No airtight convictions after nearly 3 decades. Because the system thrives on these flip-floppers, using their testimonies to close cold cases without ever touching the truth. Emulate Tupac's playbook instead. Stay silent, stay shadowy, stay sovereign, because he's not pushing up daisies in some Vegas plot. That razor-sharp intellect of his, forged in the fires of Compton and polished by fame's glare, has kept him steps ahead, likely lounging in an undisclosed paradise, exhaling slow clouds from a premium Cuban cigar, far from the chaos he left behind. Cast your eyes on those rare photos or clips that surface. Study the posture, the gaze, the unmistakable swagger, and tell me that's not our icon, alive and untouchable, rewriting his legacy on his own terms. Expand that thought, and the conspiracy's tendrils stretch into every corner of hip-hop lore, from Suge Knight's iron-fisted empire at death row to the shadowy intersections of East Coast-West Coast rivalries that fueled tabloids for years. Remember the MGM Grand Brawl just hours before the shooting? Orlando Anderson, the Crips affiliate Tupac pummeled, became suspect number 1. Yet decades later, no juries convicted him or anyone tied to that night. Keefe D's recent arrest in 2023 feels more like theater, a nod to public pressure without disrupting the real power structures. Tupac's own lyrics foreshadowed it all. Tracks like Ambitions as a Writer, pulse with paranoia about setups, faked exits, and eternal vigilance, as if he scripted his vanishing act years in advance. Fans pore over the Don Killuminati album, released posthumously, decoding hidden messages about resurrection and industry betrayal. Lines like, "Blasphemy on the record, my lyrics hit like a hollow tip," now read as meta-commentary on his own staged demise. And those alleged sightings? From Cuba in the early 2000s, puffing cigars with Fidel's ghosts, to grainy Cuba Gooding Jr. mix-ups in 2009 TMZ footage where LAPD allegedly scrubbed fingerprints and suppressed footage, each one dismissed as pareidolia, yet collectively building a mosaic too intricate to ignore. Consider the mechanics of pulling it off. A man of Tupac's stature, global icon, activist, poet, would need airtight alibis, loyal insiders, and perhaps even federal blind eyes turned by deals cut in smoke-filled rooms. His mother, Afeni Shakur, a Black Panther veteran who schooled him in survivalism, likely knew the score. Her silence post, 1996, speaks volumes. No body paraded publicly, no autopsy photos leaked despite the high profile. Contrast that with Biggie's open casket funeral, a spectacle designed to cement finality. Tupac's estate still rakes in millions from AI-generated verses and holograms at Coachella, a digital puppet show that keeps the myth alive without risking the real deal surfacing. Orlando Brown's rants, wild as they sound, echo this. Soul swaps. Drake as reincarnation channeling packs flow through platinum plaques. Drake's introspective bars on Take Care or Nothing Was the Same mirror Tupac's vulnerability on All Eyes on Me, fueling the pack as Drake, Fever Dream. Even Keef D's proffered deals name-drop unlikely suspects like Orlando and revenge plots, muddying waters further, without closure. Zoom out to the human cost. Families fractured, communities mourning a void while the machine grinds on. Yet Tupac's influence endures. Protests quoting, changes, tattoos immortalizing his face, new generations discovering Dear Mama and feeling seen. If he's out there, exhaling that Cuban smoke under an alias, he's won. Outsmarted assassins, labels, and legacy trappers alike. The snitches? They're the punchline, rotting in irrelevance while he orchestrates from the shadows. Ponder the poetry of it, rapper who rapped about revolution faking his death to spark one, exposing the farce of fame's fragility. No arrests stick because the crime's a construct. The real genius was vanishing before they could claim victory. Glance again at that man in hiding, poised, plotting, puffing away, and recognize the legend who bent reality itself. His scheme? Not just surviving, but thriving eternally, cigar in hand, laughing at the fools chasing ghosts. This isn't mere fan fiction. It's a cultural Rorschach test, where believers see vindication and skeptics see grift. Dive into forums like Reddit's Tupac threads. Users dissect proffer agreements, Keef D's book Compton's Street Legend, even Snoop's evasive nods on podcasts. One theory posits Pac fled to Cuba via Suge's connections, resurfacing as Machiavelli, reincarnate through veiled music drops. Another ties it to COINTELPRO echoes, the FBI's Panther-era playbook harassing Black icons into corners. Orlando's pivot from Keef Tupac to Drake reincarnation? It amplifies the absurdity while underscoring a truth. In an industry rife with Diddy scandals, soul-selling packs, and untimely deaths, nothing's off-limits. Birdman, Jay-Z, Beyoncé named in affidavits, patterns of elite cover-ups protecting peddled myths. Yet the heart of it pulses human. Tupac wasn't just bars. He was hope incarnate, a voice for the voiceless now whispering from exile. Those Cuban cigars? Symbolic of untamed spirits, like his verses on Picture Me Rollin', cruising invisible. No snitch outsmarts that foresight. He's chilling, scheming, legend intact. Glance closer, and the sleight of hand reveals itself. So imagine they tried slipping him into Tupac's old shell?
Nah.
Last I crossed paths with him was chilling at his spot in Las Vegas, Nevada. The buzz is he orchestrated the whole exit, vanishing on his terms. He's thriving, far from the grave. Plenty of shady twists went down. He got framed briefly, but check this. Tupac popped up on TMZ back in 2009, fingerprints scorched clean off, caught in plain sight. LAPD swooped in to bury that story. Dig it up yourself on TMZ. Verify it firsthand. You think I'd back down from you? Bring it, debate me. Is Tupac kicking? Hell yeah. Blasting Eternal on my playlist. Alright, we'll park it here. This iconic image captures Tupac Shakur's intense presence, fueling endless debates about his legacy and rumored sightings. Orlando Brown strikes me as someone masterfully dialing up the chaos, all to snag the spotlight from Hollywood's power players, because this guy clearly holds secrets that run deeper than anyone expects. The real shield keeping him safe? The world's quick dismissal of him as unhinged. This all reignited after his wild Instagram outburst, where he dropped undeniable evidence claiming Ally Carter is Tupac's secret daughter. Not flimsy gossip, but hard proof sketching out how she was snatched away and thrust into child trafficking, plus hints that Tupac's out there, tucked away in some foreign hideout. Buckle up with snacks nearby. We're unpacking layers that demand your full focus. If Ally's potential link to Tupac has somehow slipped past you, prepare for jaw-dropping revelations ahead. Plenty of skeptics raised eyebrows, baffled at how Pac's supposed child could endure such horrors. The timeline just didn't line up. I get it. My own doubts mirrored theirs at first. Yet insiders in the biz have long whispered about it, zipping their lips out of fear. Validating her as Tupac's would instantly legitimize her explosive industry takedowns. Ally was already commanding headlines for her pre-Tupac whistleblowing on entertainment's underbelly, so imagine the double take when her lineage bombshell hit. Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyoncé Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Joan Rivers, Rob Saget. The list stretches on. Spill the truth, and you're hit with pressure, stalking, relentless pursuit, abuse, and endless re-victimization by doubters bickering online like it fixes anything. Take Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homeseth trading barbs. No one's paused to own the damage, and I see why you'd shrug that off amid the selfishness. While egos clashed, we got uprooted entirely. Don't buy it? Feast your eyes. Our once thriving Full House, rent paid faithfully, now stripped bare as we haul belongings from ruins. That stunning 3-bedroom spread on an acre at 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, leaked by groups tied to Mark X. Sawyer and worse, who blasted our address, my license plate, every detail. This is the brutal cost of going public. Speak your piece and watch the fallout. Unveil raw honesty, and doors slam shut. Champion the kid's cause, and suddenly your world's upended. Once you grasp that survivors can't simply host a webinar, bare their souls briefly, then cash in on every word without backlash, the picture sharpens. That's when reality hits. Watch the patterns unfold and stay alert. All I'm urging is awareness. Step outside your bubble. Money, follower counts? Keep them. You've already stripped us bare. Right now, my sole concern is the innocents caught in the crossfire, babies, loved ones I can't shield. What escapes most is Ally's depth as a whistleblower, beyond surface-level voices like Jaguar Wright. She endured the horror she describes, torn from her mother, trapped in child trafficking for years, surrounded by deaths, emerging forever scarred. Who wouldn't? She witnessed assaults, endured violations herself, even ritual sacrifices that shatter the psyche. Imagine 4-year-olds bound to stalls, ravaged by horses and dogs for twisted thrills, or tiny bodies suspended upside down by metal hooks in satanic gatherings, blood raining down like a grotesque shower for the depraved to savor. Few could stomach such truths. When feds dismissed her claims, Ally fired back with a bold affidavit, not just detailing elite crimes but naming names: Birdman, Diddy, Denzel Washington, Young Jock, Beyoncé, Jay-Z among them. It painted a chilling scene. Children displayed on tables like party favors, selected for abuses, then returned for the next taker. Fetishes zoned by type, from fluids to beasts. She'd perched there, picked like a gift bag at a celebration. Then came the gut punch. Tupac is her father. His family allegedly denies her, proof in hand, fearing it unmasks his less-than-saintly image. We've all been sold. A corrupt nurse, allegedly bribed at birth, swapped her with another infant. severing ties to Pac and kin, landing her and her mom in isolation. She insists Tupac lives, with evidence to prove it. To his circle and surrogates, you know the story cold. Harm me or my mother, the only parent I claim, and it won't end quietly like Sandra Bland. We'll end up on merch, eternal symbols, and we're ready for that fate. Release the files, the tracks like cleaning out my closet. Everyone decodes the signal. I hold knowledge beyond my years. Unsolved cases from San Bernardino in 2005, buried secrets, hidden facilities. Tupac, you can't dodge your own bloodline. Orlando Brown jumped in amid the Ali Tupac frenzy, bolstering her claims indirectly. He vouched for Pac's survival in hiding via a soul swap into another's body. Wild, yet layered. Context: Las Vegas cops nabbed Dwayne Keith Davis on September 29, 2023, for the 1996 drive-by. Days later, Brown hit Cam Capone News, insisting no real arrest because Davis is Tupac, swapped post-shooting to fake the death, with a bust as pure theater. Just days ago, he reiterated it all in a fresh interview. Now Orlando's escalated his tale, shifting from insisting Keith is Tupac to declaring Tupac is Drake, a bold pivot letting the legend channel his fire through Drake's blockbuster run, all while the world mourned a 1996 ghost. Ali herself hinted Pac's not just breathing but dropping beats under wraps, though his official discography's been quiet for decades. Unless, as Orlando posits, those tracks flow through Drake's empire. You've got a timeline that fits. Drake shines where Pac faded. I hate breaking it to you, but yeah, Tupac embodies Drake. Ignore the clues in the lyrics if you must, but connect the dots. Tupac is Drake. How do you litigate against a ghost who's still stacking hits and features today? That second encounter? Straight at his Las Vegas pad. Frankly, this soul swap saga from Orlando leaves me scratching my head even now. Still, his conviction rings loud, and given Hollywood's shadowy playbook, dismissing it feels risky. Folks chimed in with raw takes. One grieved. This warrior clawed through nightmare fuel to speak her truth, yet doubters brand her a fraud. What gain does she chase? Zilch. No wonder silence shields so many survivors. Another hit harder. Ali's ordeal crushes the soul. Pure tragedy. Your turn. Does Orlando bolstering Ali's Tupac theft story sway you? Could Pac truly be out there? Spill in the comments. Oh, and tap that link for another chaos-packed clip.